We are here at the Vermont Institute of Natural Science in Woodstock, Vermont, and I'm here with Larry, who is the education director, and we're in the middle of the raptor world right here.
We are.
And speaking of raptor worlds, every second and fourth Saturday you have the World of Raptors taking place here. Why don't you tell us what's going on here this Saturday is one of them.
Yep, this Saturday from 10 to 12, we'll be bringing out some birds, live birds for folks to see. Folks will also have an opportunity to walk the enclosures here and see our 20 enclosures and our over 20 species of raptors here at the Vermont Institute of Natural Science.
That's great. Now, you're not open to the public other times right now other than just the second and fourth Saturdays this summer.
Yes, and any organized groups, school groups, we still allow to come. But we are moving to a new site, so
That's exciting.
we're very excited about that.
Yeah, and that's going to be in Quechee.
Yes, right off the gorge, west of the gorge.
And that is when you're going to explode into all kinds of exciting programs.
We anticipate somewhere in the neighborhood of 100,000 people coming through a year, and we will have 17 exhibits and live raptors there at the new site. We're very excited.
That's going to be fun. And you also have summer camps.
We do have summer camps. Going on right now is Advanced Raptors. It's a camp for older kids, but these go on all summer, and they are for the general public, so give us a call.
It's going to be fun. And now, right now, we're going to look at a great horned owl.
We are.
Larry has promised to bring out one. I'm not going to necessarily touch it, but I'm going to look at it, and he's going to just tell us a little bit. First of all, some of these birds, a lot of the birds are injured. That's why they're here?
All of them are, yes. We don't have any birds that aren't injured or in some way. We see about 600 birds a year that have been injured, and half of them are released back into the wild. And the other half, some of them stay here as permanent residents. We know that they won't survive in the wild, so we try to make their life as best as we can by keeping them here. We care for them, and we use them for education purposes.
Right. So even though they're in cages for a really great reason, because they're being helped.
They are their ambassadors to their species,
That's right.
teaching people about them.
Right, and they're in some nice large cages, so they actually look like they're in their own environment. So, but anyway, let's get that great horned owl, and we'll be right back. And here we are with our great horned owl. And I feel almost rude because I want to just call it by name, but apparently it doesn't have a name.
Yep. Here at VINS, we don't name our birds. The reason is we don't want people to think that we're keeping them like you would keep a dog or a cat as a pet.
As a pet.
These are wild animals, and unfortunately she cannot be released back in the wild due to her injuries, so she's a permanent resident here, but she's not one of our pets, so she doesn't have a name. We just call her Great Horned Owl.
Right. Now, is she indigenous to this area, or did she come from somewhere else?
She did come from somewhere else, but she is indigenous to this area. Great horned owls are probably the most widespread of the owls in North America. She's actually from Arizona, but great horned owls are found throughout Vermont, mainly in the Champlain Valley and the lower parts of Vermont, southern parts.
And is she full grown? Is this the average size of a full grown owl?
Yeah, and in the raptor world, the females are larger. So she is a female and weighs about 4.5 pounds. So the females are usually the larger ones, but this is a full-grown female.
And this coloring, is this female coloring, or are they all
Yes,
the same color?
and you can see in the back how that really blends in with the trees. So she's
it
actually
does.
really camouflaged well. So this
Like
is the
tree
color.
bark.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we shouldn't say bark in front of her. Kidding. All right, well, let's move on and get a nice little close-up on our great horned owl. And now we're in front of another cage, which is housing another type of owl. Is this the snowy owl?
This is the snowy owl. Yes.
They're so beautiful.
Yep.
And does snowy owl mean that they're only in cold temperatures, or is that just the name of them?
No, it's a pretty good name because they are found in the Arctic, and they are winter residents occasionally in Vermont when they come down.
Nice. And was this one found around here?
This one is from around here. Yeah. I don't know the exact location where it was found. But, snowy owls are found in Vermont. Usually the islands are a great place to see them, in Grand Isle, around the Champlain Valley.
Right. So they like water?
Well, it's just an open area, and that's what the tundra is like in the Arctic where they live.
Yeah,
So,
nice.
yeah.
Nice. Now, on the World of Raptor Tours, you take people all the way through and get to look through all these.
Yeah, part of the World of Raptor Tour, you do get an opportunity to walk through on your own and see all the residents that we have here. Yeah.
Great. And what time did the tour start?
The tours will begin, well, the whole program is from 10 to noon, and the tours begin at 10 o'clock. So when folks arrive, they can go on a tour for an hour, and then we'll have a program like we had before with you, the live animal,
Right.
and we'll bring out some live animals, and that's from 11 to 12.
Nice. And of course, there is an admission, but all that money goes to take care of these birds, to help take
Yes,
care of them,
right.
and to do the rehabilitation.
Yeah.
Do they do like a real rehabilitation program where they actually put them through like little exercises and things? Like, I know it sounds silly, but I guess
It's not open to the public, but in the back we do have our raptor facilities, rehab facilities, and we do have flight cages, and we do have rehab facilities. We have an entire staff dedicated to working with injured birds, and our goal is, of course, is to release them back in the wild. So we
Right.
do work with injured birds that people call in and tell us about, and we come and
Right.
pick up.
oh. You have to admit, you probably do get attached to one or two at a time, don't you? It makes it
Sometimes,
tough
yeah.
letting them go.
Sometimes
But-
it's hard, but we love to see them go. That's
Yeah.
why we're here.
Yeah, I was here once when they did a release, and it was. I even got as attached, and I had only
hard not
known
to.
this bird for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
But
it's hard.
their eyes sometimes just tell the story. It's so nice. So what's next?
Well, we can go through. If you want to see the bald eagle, we can do
Yes, I want to see that.
that. All right.
Come on with us. And now we are in front of the bald eagle cage. And these are amazing, of course, the symbol of our country, right? Because of a certain reason, because they're so grand. And there's two different kinds in here, and Larry told me that it's not male-female, but it's because one is immature and mature, right?
Yeah, it takes about 5 years for a bald eagle to get a full white head and white tail. So you'll see one of the eagles in here actually has a grayish head, and that's an immature. That will take about 5 years until it becomes an adult.
So how old is the immature one? About? Like the ballpark?
Probably in the ballpark of 2 to 3 years. Yep. They'll get a much whiter head, and then by the 5th year should have a full white head.
Interesting. And those, of course, are more on the West Coast? Is that where they are?
No, actually, these are found right here in Vermont.
They are?
Uh-huh. They don't
I
nest
didn't
here.
know that.
We are hoping soon they will be, but it's just a matter of time before they do. They don't nest here, but they do winter. Again, on Lake Champlain is a great place to see them in the winter.
Nice. So they're a little vacation home here in Vermont.
Yeah.
Special.
So hopefully
neat.
there will be year-round residents soon. Yeah.
Great. And now we're actually in the outdoor classroom here. This is a great tent, and this is perfect even if it rains because it's angled nicely so the water rushes underneath and away, which is great. And this is where you have a lot of your programs, right?
Yeah, we will have our program Saturday here, just in case it rains. This is our outdoor classroom, and this is where we do most of our programs.
And will this little star be a part of the show?
He may be, yeah. He's one of our larger raptors that we bring out for the folks. But we'll bring a variety of owls, hawks, falcons, maybe even an eagle for our programs.
Nice. A lot of times people aren't quite sure what a raptor is because they've all watched dinosaur movies that, velociraptors come flying out and attack people. And that's not the case.
I hope people don't think of that when they come to our center.
Yeah, what actually makes them a raptor as opposed to a different kind of a bird?
Well, raptors are birds of prey. So these are the hunters of the sky. And you can see on this guy right here, she's got these long talons, which she used for capturing and killing her food.
Right.
She also has a curved beak, which is harder to see on an owl, but is very easy to see, for instance, on that eagle we watched earlier today. Has a hooked bill. And if you think of it as a knife and fork, like if you were cutting a steak, she's got the talons to hold down the food like a fork. She's got that hooked pointy bill to cut into the food like a knife. So they are built for eating live animals. They can capture mice and birds, some cases insects, snakes. A lot of variety of prey are fed on by raptors. So they all have those tools.
Right. And the purpose of the World of Raptors program is really to educate people on, what they do, where they live, all of that. How does someone sign up if they wanted to, if they're interested in taking one of these programs?
Well, they could either call us, and then the number they can call is 457-2779 to register for this Saturday, or they can do it online at our website, www.vinsweb.org.
And then the rest of the week you're closed for now, but when you move to the new location in Quechee, then you'll be open a lot every day?
Yes, every day.
Yes.
We hope to open May 1st of 2004,
Exciting.
just west of the gorge, so we're very excited about
That's
that.
right, Quechee Gorge. And all your little friends will come with you.
Yes, and we'll
Wonderful.
get to show the public what these amazing creatures are made up of.
Right. Now, we were looking at some of those cages back there, and you said the new cages are going to be set up so that they won't be as frightened because they won't be able to see out as well, to see you standing there looking at them.
Yes, and folks in the past, when we were open to the public, had complained sometimes they couldn't find the raptors. So these new cages are state-of-the-art cages that will allow you to see better in and also hide you a little more from the birds.
Right, so that they can be more comfortable in their little lives.
That's right.
Great. Well, this is the place to be, the Vermont Institute of Natural Science, and it is on Churchill Road.
Churchill Road.
In Vermont, or in Woodstock, Vermont, just off the green. So come on out on Saturdays, the second and fourth Saturday for the rest of the summer. Right, two dates in August coming up, and we'll mention that during the shows coming up. And say hi to Larry, and say hi to the great horned owl with no name.
That's right.
We'll see you next time on What's Happening.